Good morning, modern steaders. We're up here at the off-grid property, and today we need to put solar panels on our temporary powerhouse. In the last video, we brought down the building here, which is our composting outhouse, and on the other side it's divided. We're going to make that our temporary powerhouse. I say temporary because we're building up here at our off-grid property, and we need some sort of power source for when we're building, and that's going to be this building. I know it's going to be a little bit of a distance from where we're building, but there's a few things. We can either move the building later on if we need to closer, which I don't plan on doing, but if we ever need to, we can. But also the power unit that is going to be inside is mobile. So if we need it in the house for when we're building, we can have it in there. We can leave it charging out here by the solar panels. We can't have the powerhouse any closer to the building area right now because it'd be in the way of all the construction equipment. So that's why we positioned it here, and it's getting full sun. We're going to be working with Lion Energy on this project. We are installing a Safari MT solar array kit on this. We're going to have 6 solar panels that we need to put on, and then the power unit is going to go inside. We'll show it to you later on. I want to thank Lion Energy for working on this project with us, and also I was able to get a 15% off discount from Lion Energy. If you guys are looking for any portable power packs, go check out Lion Energy. They make some really nice different units. They make the bigger unit like we're going to be putting in here. They make a medium unit, and then they make like a little small unit if you're out traveling and you want to have a little power pack to power up your computer or want to charge your phone. They make units like that. Like I said, if you use our link in the video description down below or promo code Lumnah Acres, you'll get 15% off. So I need to get out the solar panels and get the array set up. The way we're doing this is not the way I'd be doing this if this was my house. This is a shed, and that's why we put 2x4s on the roof. We siliconed everything. It's watertight, but if this was my house, I'd be doing it a little bit differently. But since this is a shed, this is the most cost-effective way to do it. So we have 6 100-watt, 24-volt panels, and these are made to be mobile. So if you're camping, you can put them out, lay them out on the ground, and connect them together. Well, we're not going to keep them mobile. I want to have them attached to the roof. So if you wanted them mobile, you'd open it up. Don't put it face down and scratch it like I just did. And then they have legs. Boom, boom. And then you'd have your solar panels. I'm really looking forward to having this set up because we won't have to be running a noisy generator when we need power. When we were building the container cabin this past winter, when we needed power, we had to use the generator, and that is just loud and obnoxious. Nice having these 2x4s up here to stand on. So I gotta plug my panels into each other. I just got a text message. We got a load of gravel showing up in a few minutes. We gotta run down below and meet the driver. Well, we met the driver and we got the dump truck following us up. This will be the first load for the driveway over the culvert. Feels good, guys, to get everything going. When we got a project like this going on, there's a lot of little pieces that I gotta line up, and it's just so much can happen at once. And then you can be twiddling your thumbs the next day waiting for everything to happen, so. Wait for it. Here comes the best part. Before they come back with another load, we gotta get that load spread. I didn't want him going over on the other side of the culvert until I get more material on it. I didn't want the truck squishing it, so we'll get that spread and then he can start going further up on the other side. that will do the first load. Now we're just waiting for the driver to come back, and we're gonna put at least one more load here today. I'm gonna see if I can get 2 more actually. That was just about perfect time. I had enough time to get off, get a drink, and we could hear him coming up the road. Alright, let's get this load spread, and then we can go back to getting the solar panels installed. Feels good to have that load spread. All right, we should be able to get the rest of those panels up now. He's gonna be coming back with one more load. We'll have him dump that and we'll take care of that load tomorrow. It'll be nice to know that it's already here and that we have it to work with. It's gonna look nice over there. We have the start of our driveway to our tiny house, Dave. Look at that.
Looks fantastic.
Just means we're getting that much closer.
I would have thought you would have had that done by now.
Well, I'm hoping I can get this one done before he comes back.
What have you been doing? What have you been doing anyway?
I'm not complaining that he's here. It'll just be nice to get at least one more done before he shows back up.
You would have thought I would have got it done for you.
Right, you should have been up here.
That's okay.
I think I hear him. I'll have to finish up this in a minute. That feels good having the gravel here. Make some custom spacers back at the homestead.
You got your suitcase?
Got my suitcase. Fix your washer. Go to the inside and pull that wire. Make sure we have it. Now make a little spacer so that these will sit flat. This is just to hold them overnight, and then tomorrow when we come back we'll fix that. Sounds like somebody's weed whacking.
There's gonna be a chicken in there?
Or two.
I'm surprised. Oh.
How many do you got?
I have no idea.
What?
We got distracted.
I lost count after I broke that egg.
I'd say their sunflower's getting pretty big. Two, 5, or 1, 7, 9, 10.
This recipe is a longtime favorite of our family. So now I'm just gonna chop them in half. And just throw them in your crock pot. I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Sprinkle that on. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So the recipe does call for Italian, and I'm going to do a teaspoon of that. Some garlic powder. That's it. And then you're just gonna place a 1/4 cup of butter, just put it in cubes, just place that right on top. And then sprinkle on some Parmesan cheese. Put your cover on, put it on low, make sure it's plugged in, and then it takes about 4 to 6 hours.
Dear Lord, thank you. Amen. Well, I feel like we reached a few milestones today, guys. We got quite a bit accomplished. I feel it's good having the culvert in for the driveway for the tiny house, and this will be the same driveway we use when we build the house, but we're going to make it a bigger driveway. We'll put a U-shaped driveway in later on, so this part of the driveway will also be the exit for the U-shape of the driveway, if that makes sense, because I want to have the house, and then to the left of the house we're going to have an attached garage, and in between a mudroom in the future when we start building. So we're trying to design all this stuff so we're not building things that we're not going to be using later on, if that makes sense. The tiny house is going to be our tiny house living quarters for now, and then later on we're going to be using it for other things on the property. And this suits us better than getting an RV, because in our climate, if we wanted to move up to the land to stop building sooner, we'd have to get an RV, and man, in the wintertime, when it's like -30 and -40 below 0 Fahrenheit, it'd be cold, not comfortable with 2 dogs and water freezing. So the tiny house option is the way to go for us, and then also be able to use this building later on. And then it feels good to have solar panels up at, and we'll call this one the portable powerhouse, because, or we'll call this one the temporary powerhouse, because this will be our temporary service. So like when people are building houses, like when we built our house, when we built the homestead here where we're at now, we had a temporary electrical service put in. What that means is they run power to a meter, not on your house yet. So then the workers have a place to plug in their tools and whatever they need power for. So this is going to be our temporary service, but ours has to be solar because we don't have any power up here. So we'll have our temporary service here, power up here at the property. We'll finish that up tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have that all done tomorrow. That's the plan. And then we can be charging stuff. We can be using stuff, plugging in stuff. It's going to be nice to have a source of constant power, because right now we got to remember to bring batteries. If our batteries die on us, then we're in trouble. And not only for our tools, but for our cameras, our drone, all the other equipment we use. So it's going to be nice to have power up here. So we're just starting to check a little bit of small things, but they feel like big things off. It's nice to have these checked off. We've been working behind the scenes, which you guys don't see, lining up the next steps. There's a lot of planning going on for the building that's going to be coming up shortly. But not only that, we're planning and trying to figure out to make sure what we're doing now doesn't interfere with what we're doing later on for building a house. We don't want to put anything in the wrong spot. So there's been a lot of figuring out, and it's not anything exciting or really anything you can kind of show on camera, because it's all just, I don't know, figures and paper, and it's not anything for camera. But if you're going to do anything like this, just remember there's a lot of stuff that takes a lot of work, and there's nothing to show for it for a little while, if that makes sense. So it's fun. We're making progress. If you guys are doing anything like this, like moving to raw land, don't be discouraged if it's taking you longer than you think, or if there's a lot of things you have to plan for that take time that you're waiting for. You'll get there. It takes time, but it's all part of the process. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. If you guys want to check out Lion Energy and save 15%, use our link in the video description down below. You're a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres. Bye.